If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Coach Andrew Zile, the head football coach of the Sylacauga Aggies, joins us this morning. And Coach, everything went as planned last Friday night, right?
Not quite, but we the bottom line is get a win.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And we catch some of the action right here. What, a 2-hour rain delay or something like that?
Yeah, it was a long time, and our guys had to refocus and find their mojo again.
So we pick it up late in the fourth quarter, score tied at 27. Walk us through this when we come back here, and a couple of the plays prior to Sylacauga with that touchdown pass at the end. And I don't know how a 2-hour rain delay affects you. It affects me for sure.
Yeah, it does. Coming out of a 2-hour rain delay, our guys had to refocus themselves, and defensively we hadn't been doing well like we wanted to, but we're able to put a little pressure at the end and get after quarterback a few times, and we were able to get a few tackles for loss and put them in a bind and keeping them on the backed up, which really helped us late in the game, of course. And as they go through their schemes or their offense, we're sort of doing the same thing, trying to figure out, hey, this is late in the game, so what do we need to do to continue to put pressure on them? So we're trying to get guys in, and Twyman was cramping up, so we really needed him in. So it was tough. So, but we were able to figure it out. Coach Jackson, his side of the ball, really did a great job.
You're down 14-0 before the rain delay.
Yeah, that's right. So when we get inside, we had to really, hey, I just sat down with them. I didn't stand up. I sat down and said, guys, look, what are we doing? We understand this is a football game we're playing. So our guys were.
That's not any notes anywhere, is it?
No, that's not even that's not rehearsed or anything.
Yeah.
That's just straight, trying to figure out, hey guys, we got to play football here.
So what's different when you come out?
Getting the ball back to Malik a few times and seeing what he can do. He carried the ball quite a bit the other night, and it was really important for us to put the ball in his hands. And we were able to make a few other plays, but coming out, we just figured, hey, look, guys, we got to run the ball and really focus on the small things, and that's what we did.
Yeah, let's look back here now and tied at 27, 30 seconds to go in the game. Walk us through this touchdown.
Yeah, well, Luke had come in, he said, Coach, we've been running, running verticals all night. How about it, can I run a post on this guy right here? I say, hey, look, you guys got it. So gave them, trusted that they'll do their job up front, held up, and Bryson put a good ball up. And Luke, he's 6'4", so he goes up and gets the ball. Had a pass interference as well. So, but at the same time, believing in the players, and they're on the field, they're seeing things, they know what they can probably get away with. So we trusted that they'll do it, and Vincent called a good one right there. He literally said, Coach, let me run a post on it. So he got it done. And
your quarterback stepped into the throw really good.
That's right. The thing is about Brayson is to really continue to work on footwork. He's gotten so much better since this summer. Hopefully he'll continue to improve on those things. We're way behind on where we are as far as a team and schematically and even fundamentally on some stuff. But he's really leading the charge and getting better at his position, and so is the other guys.
So a big win for Sylacauga to open your tenure at 1-0, and even though it was topsy-turvy, as you said, the bottom line is to get that first win. What kind of confidence does that give your football team?
You never know, really. You have sometimes you have teams who will go through that type of game, which is tough, and they'll for the rest of the season they'll have a good showing every game in, game out. But then you never know. I mean, you're dealing with 16, 17-year-old boys, man, who are up and down at times. So, but yeah, with the confidence that we can get it done, that we're resilient, that we can fight through the tough adversity, and we did that with the rain delay and then being down 14. But I told our guys, let's not spot anyone else 14 points before we try to make a comeback.
So the kids, I mean, they can absorb a lot, but sometimes their span of attention is not that long. But 2 hours, and I don't know what you can do for 2 hours to try to keep them activated.
Man, we just sat there. We sat there, and the coaches really got together and figured out. I mean, when we first walked in, I really sat down with the players, literally like their level. It didn't stand, like I said, didn't stand up right there with them, and really had a conversation with them. And then we just left them, and then we went in and we had our conversation as a coaching staff. And then Coach Hood and I tried to figure out what we were going to do, and then the refs and the admin came in. So we're just trying to figure out what we're going to do.
And then there's COVID-19.
And then there's COVID-19. Yeah, we were sitting in there together for that long.
Yeah.
So, but I think our guys did a pretty good job of understanding what was going on, the moment. And we have to live live in the moment and really figure it out at that time.
Who played well?
I want to say there are spots. You look at our receiving core played pretty good, even though we didn't complete about 5 or 6 balls. There are moments of playing well. No one played throughout the game well.
Mm-hmm.
We did have moments. So, and like I said, there are plays in a game that will win and lose games, and we made just enough of them.
Sylacauga over Leeds last week, and first win on the tenure of Coach Andrew Zhao and his staff. And so, how did the COVID-19 guidelines? Were you able to handle it pretty well during the game?
Yeah, man, I went back to just coaching football. I think it's tough. We have so many coaches. Our Nicholas Lawson middle school coaches helped us a little bit. We consider ourselves one big staff, but they helped us on the sidelines, which was great. Our coaches, themselves, we were trying to figure out how to get them water on the field. As far as our parents stepped up and really brought in some bottled waters for us on the sideline, which was small enough for our guys to really just get a good swig and get on back out there. But those things like that was just so you go into planning that type of stuff throughout the week. But I think we handled it okay. We still can improve in some areas, but as best we could in keeping the game as natural to its true form, we tried to stick to that. But at the same time, you really have to practice those social distancing if you can.
You've been able to practice some on your home turf. You had a game on your home turf. You're on the road tomorrow night for the first time.
That's right. So anytime you go into someone's house, it's going to be tough. You know that, and with the current situation with former coaches on that staff now, our players are going to be pretty jacked, I hope. But at the same time, it's going to be a hostile environment, and we look to go in and play well. And if we play well, I mean, the results are going to be the results, and we just got to keep moving on. I mean, we live for the next moment if we can, and not worry about what we did last week or what we did the last play, because even though it gets you to where you are right now, you can't move forward unless you're trying to replicate something good.
Lincoln up and coming. They had a playoff team last year.
Yeah. So I look forward to it. I look forward to the opportunity for our guys to step up. It's going to be great competition. It's going to be great athletes on their side of the ball. They're big. So we got our work cut out for us, but we just got to go out and play ball. And I think if we do that, and the results will take care of themselves. And I think our guys are up for the challenge.
Lincoln 0-1 after a loss last week. Sylacauga 1-0 after their opening game win. How's practice been this week?
Practice has had its moments.
I love this about this guy. It's
hot.
had his moments.
It's been hot. We've had to share the field a little bit. Coach Foss and his guys had the field yesterday. So we were on the grass, and the grass seemed a little hotter than the turf for some reason. But our guys really went out, and they were, coming off a big win like that. You sort of got Mondays is Monday, sort of drag in a little bit. But our guys have really, mentally, I think they're theirs. Sometimes physically it gets tough, and you got your young guys, or sometimes they just sort of go through practice. But as a coaching staff, I think we're focused, and I think our upperclassmen are focused as well. They know the dynamics of what's going on right now with the next game coming up. But you got to lean on those older guys, and they've done a great job. Only 12 or 13 seniors that we do have, so we got to lean on those guys a little bit.
Sylacauga 1-0 on the season. I've always heard it said that one of the biggest improvement times is between game and game two.
Normally it is, and if we can get to executing a little bit more on offense and tackling and on defense, yes, you have improved. But it's all who you're going up against. You can look like you may have improved and no one else sees it but the coaching staff. So, and if you have a great game coming out the second time, coaches still see mistakes. So yeah, we look to improve, and I think we will. But so will they. So hopefully we've improved a little bit more than they will.
Before we go this morning, Andrew Zhao, the head football coach of Sylacauga, his first year with the Aggies. Coach Griffith had been at Sylacauga for 16, 17 years and as a head coach there, and he's helping up at Lincoln now. Is that an advantage or disadvantage or what?
I don't know. I think we hadn't had much time, either one of us really. He hadn't been there long, and I hadn't been here long. But whatever his impact is on their team, he's gonna know our kids. He's gonna know what type of kids we have. So there is some advantage a little bit by knowing from his standpoint who he can attack if he feel like he can attack a certain kid. But I still think it's all getting out there blocking and tackling. So there's advantages and then there's disadvantages because some kids have changed and some kids are in different roles. So hopefully we can limit his advantages on us, and I'm not sure what we can kind of advantage we'll have because we're going there and he knows our kids. So.
What are you gonna have to do right tomorrow night?
We're definitely gonna have to execute offensively, and we're probably gonna have to get the ball to some of the other guys. I felt bad that I didn't get the ball to some other guys a little bit more. I think our guys understand that though, and they know
Is that
they
by
have to
plan,
step up.
scheme?
Yeah,
Okay.
by scheme. By plan, I wanted to get the ball to a few other guys. Malik carried the ball way too many times from a standpoint. I just wanted 20 plus, not 30. So, but at the same time, he was able to carry the load. And but we got to get the ball to a few other guys, and hopefully we can do that.
All right. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Coach Andrew Zile, the head football coach of the Sylacauga Aggies. They take on the Lincoln Golden Bears on the road in North Talladega County tomorrow night. More daybreak coming up.